Are you letting your son go to Michael Jackson's house, bro, and stay over at night with no females?
That's mad, you know.
It's madness.
It is mad.
You're not gonna let your son do that, bro.
Yeah,
or your daughter.
People would be saying, how can they support the channel? Chiso by Chiso. I've got tops, got hoodies, I've got the Dragon Ball Z tees, like the Pain and Full Star tees. You lot could support, buy some of the merch. I'll be able to churn out more content. This one I'm just waiting by myself for the moment, and I'll bring out more colors. Please support. Boom, new episode out featuring Hunts, Kid, and Gabriel. Please, again, subscribe. Half of the people watching are not subscribed. Please subscribe. The more subscription, the more likes, the more comments, the more the channel gets pushed out. I see you lot in the comment all the time telling me, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. The channel, if you do it, the more it grows. I see all them comments, thank you.
No longer challenged, I lose interest. And that's a lot of people when it comes to work, when they're in the workplace. They realise that they're no longer being challenged and they just lose all interest and focus in that.
Yeah, I think for me it's like a time thing. Like I don't know, like with like social media. Like I had a TikTok page and I was doing sick, and then I felt like I completed it, and I had all the skills I could have done to like continue it, and I deleted it.
That probably, once again, that could just literally be the attention where when you start something, you have the fun for it, but then once the vehicle's created and it's now moving, it's like, okay, I've done my bit now. Whereas,
so I'd rather go start something else, because for me the excitement is at the beginning.
But that's bad. That's a bit like me. It's bad.
Exactly, it's very bad, because you know if you continued with the, let's say the very first thing you started, if you continue doing it, you know you'd be great at it.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't. You probably be miserable.
It's bad.
Like you'd be very miserable.
And that's one of the biggest problems I have is literally, some people call it procrastinating. Some people will call it something else. Like I'll start something, the vehicle will begin, and then when I then realise, okay, it's done now, instead of me to continue pushing that thing, I just fall back, and it's bad. I almost never complete anything, because it's not really complete if it's not got to the stage, it's full potential. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like for instance, I might say, oh, I want to start gym. I might start benching 3 plates and say, okay, I'm happy with 3 plates. Whereas my full potential could have been 4 plates, but because I've just got to 3 plates, I'm like,
Yeah. I think for me it's like using that example, it's knowing that I can do the 4 plates. I just have to commit time to it, and it's not a challenge. It's like, it's just, okay, I just got to do. And then I don't know, things that like require repetition bore me, because it's just the same thing on my feet, and there's less and less dopamine in that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Once again, I was saying that's what a lot of people suffer from in the workplace. Is that monotonous Groundhog Day where they wake up, go to work, the same thing, and it doesn't challenge them. And then when they can't progress in that workplace, then they feel stuck. And even the other day I was saying that, but then again, I think you can negotiate with it, because I said the other day that anything you can't negotiate with, you become a slave to. And I think, especially in the workplace, when you feel that you can't negotiate your way out of the situation, in the same way with what you're saying in regards to you starting something and not finishing it, is it more because you no longer feel challenged anymore? Maybe because your thing was just seeing whether you could get it off the ground. And maybe that might be enough for you. But then you've used your time to get it off the ground. What next then? If you're not going to monetize it, because you're an entrepreneur, whether you like or not, you're a businessman. So is that worth your time just to be starting things and not finishing it?
No, of course not. But then, I don't know, so it's to my understanding, obviously I haven't got my diagnosis yet and stuff, but it's to my understanding that I fall into the bracket of twice exceptional. So like, I'm very good at what I do and what I kind of stick at and things I start, but then like my inattentiveness just makes me average, because I just have a bunch of open tabs that don't get finished. So I think maybe it is because of the lack of challenge, but I think it's a lack of challenge in my mind, because if I do something for a week, I get very good at it, and I know it's just a matter of time until like I'm like, I don't know, do you know, up there, do you know what I mean? But then that's boring, because it's like I just kind of wanted to know if I could do it. And it is bad from a business perspective, because you're just wasting time and resources on a bunch of projects that don't really go anywhere.
Yeah, that's the only negative side of that, is your time that you're losing. But as I said, when I was younger, and they labelled me with ADHD, why they believed it was true is because I couldn't focus on even one computer game. So I would literally pick up a computer game for 30 minutes, play it, put another computer game in, play that for 30 minutes, put another computer game in. I'd pick up a book, read it for maybe 20, 30 minutes, put another computer game in. Like, it was that bad that even up till now, I struggle with just focusing on one thing. You know, and it's gone up throughout my life, where I now struggle. I have to make a conscious effort to try my best to complete something fully to the end, because I just don't have the. I have the capacity, but I just can't.
That's why I've started systemizing now. Like I'm putting things in place to kind of like they're still going even if my attention is kind of like elsewhere, but then I can always come back to it. And like I don't know, it seems like you leave things for long enough, they kind of go shit, and it's like you come back and it's a new challenge. Then that kind of gets me back into it.
Yeah.
It's bad, man.
Yeah.
It's proper bad. Like I haven't found a way around it. But like,
so 1 second, that food really smells great.
Why would you? That's not nice.
No, because I don't see a big enough bag for the rest of us in here.
How was it breezy
Because
then? You
his
didn't enjoy
performance
yourself?
was very good. Like he was going ham, but you know what I didn't like as well? See me, I like when the crowd participates. I said it on Twitter. K-Trap had a better acapella performance. His warm performance.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Bro, his music, like big Chris Breezy, you know, bro. He was singing, I don't know, excuse me, miss, whatever. The crowd wasn't even really participating. It might have just been the day that I went on Valentine's Day. So it might have been that day that no one didn't really wanna. I don't know it, but I saw other days on people's social media and it looked like it was going off.
Can you separate someone's private life from their art? So a lot of people have had issues with Chris Brown saying that, you know, what he did with Rihanna in the car, to me that was just a fight. Okay, and then what happened with Karrueche, where apparently she put a restraining order and a stalking order, against her. Because you're stalking her, they put a restraining order against him, so he couldn't come within like a few meters. So people are saying that why is Chris Brown being heralded and people going to his concert? That, you know, that means you're basically saying it's okay to hit women and okay to stalk women. And I'm saying, at what point do we forgive somebody, and at what point can you separate art from the person's private life?
Yeah, but if someone's done something 20 years ago, like you gotta let it go, man.
Nah, my thing is, if I don't know the person personally, I can separate it. Like, for example, certain music I listen to. If I, like, my friends that rap, I know they've really done that, so I take to the music a bit more, if that makes sense, whether it's good or bad. If it's a person out there that I don't know that says, I sold 10 this and I got this hundreds of times, and I don't think you're like that, I'm not listening to music. That's why, as I know them personally, I don't really care.
But what point do you forgive somebody? What point do we forgive Chris Brown? Or did you forgive him from the get-go? You didn't really care?
Over time, you just forgive them. Like, if I hit my girl 20 years ago, you know me, I've known you for, will you just cut me off? And I said I'm sorry and all that, you just cut me off just like that. You won't talk to me again.
What are you talking about? If you've done it 20 years ago, if you've done it now?
20 years ago,
Nah, I don't think so.
you cut me off.
I'm gonna cut you off.
20 years ago, would you? No, I don't think. I think the key is that if you've changed, obviously I wouldn't know, but if it's not happened again and no one said you've done it, then there's not a problem with it, I don't think. But people are saying that we shouldn't be going to his concert, and that, you know, he's got a history of being a colorist, a history of hitting women being Rihanna, and a history of stalking women being Karrueche. So
he hit one girl and he stalked one girl.
Yeah, and that should be enough for us not to listen to his music. And that what they were saying in these little iOS tweet press conference things they were doing was basically that this is the same issue that people had with R. Kelly. That because he was so big, we just overlooked what he done. And the question now is that should we be overlooking what Chris Brown done? And then someone was talking about the footballer, who's basically he's been in a court of law. He's been exonerated from what he's done, but those voice notes are mad.
Very.
Extremely.
Yeah, he's back and she's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Yeah, it's
Now,
weird.
should he be allowed to play for, is it Man United again? So should we, if the court of law has said he's innocent,
It's
a court of law. So forget the public opinion.
Yeah.
The court of law said you're innocent.
I think the Mason Greenwood thing is a bit just because of the voice notes.
But apparently he was patterning the family, like paying big
Of course he
money
was. It
towards
must have
them.
been. It must have been. Because that's mad.
I'm hearing players are saying they don't want him back in there.
I heard that as well.
Yeah.
So, but let's say he's accepted what he's done. Let's imagine he accepted that he did it, and he's sorry and he's apologized and he's like, you know, I'm a bad guy. I'm gonna go to rehab or whatever they call it to try and make himself a better person. Should he be allowed to play ball again? This is the part I'm trying to get, is that when is someone forgiven enough to continue living their life?
I feel like if you've made a mistake, whatever the mistake may be, and you've apologized for it, and you've gone through the the right channels or whatever, and you haven't done it again, you can forgive the person.
Yeah, but there's a thin line between banging your girl in the face and.
But you're going through the right channels.
That's not even a thin line.
Yeah.
There's no
You're
thin.
going
That's
through the
just
right channels,
wild.
though. You're going through the channels. Like if someone smokes crack and they say, look, I'm never gonna smoke crack again. Yeah, I'm sorry I smoked crack.
You're a crack.
I'm going,
Well, you can believe a crackhead.
I'm going to rehab. I'm going to rehab. Let me a
smoking.
crackhead. I smoked crack once. I'm gonna be a crackhead.
You're on your way. You're on your way too. You're on your way too.
Tell you what, but you took it once.
Yeah. You're on your way too.
So if you took it once, you're a crackhead.
On your way. You're on your way.
Maybe not cracking, you're cracking.
You're
maybe cracking.
crackish. You're on the street still.
Nah, I don't know, man. I feel like, like I say, if you do something mad and you go through the right channels and you don't do it again, the person should be forgiven.
Nah, not that though. Not the
Not smoking
arting.
crack, not the
No,
arting.
not the arting, bro. I can't forgive that. If I heard the voice note of you doing this, I could never chat to you again.
I can't remember the voice notes was. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
It's like open your legs.
It was crazy still.
It's like no, I don't want to have sex.
Like it's a lot. It's a lot. But and you're right. I think the money which he's paying the family is the same thing that was happening with R. Kelly and those young girls. Clearly, he was paying off people to make sure that nothing came out. But then, once again, with Chris Brown, with his situation, is it because it's Chris Brown that it's okay? In the same way, remember when Ronaldo had his thing, but he got cleared. There was no point the club was ever going to drop Ronaldo because he's Ronaldo. So does it?
No, but what
did you do?
Remember, someone tried to accuse him of sexual assault.
But if the same thing happened with Ronaldo, they will have to.
But remember, they had the speculation, but they hadn't dropped him. Remember that it was all out there, but they hadn't dropped him and said anything. But because it was Ronaldo, in my opinion, they wouldn't drop him until everything has come out. Whereas someone like Greenwood, the moment there's a sniff, because you're not that valuable to the club, the same way R. Kelly was so valuable to the record labels that, listen, mate, this guy's selling us millions of records. Just same with Chris Brown. I think technically we know he beat up Rihanna. We can see the facial injuries. We know that a restraining order was put against him.
Listen to his music no more. I shouldn't buy tickets because he beat up his girlfriend. He had a fight with his girlfriend.
I'm not gonna lie, I still listen to R. Kelly still.
So do I, bro.
To be honest.
I ain't watched the documentary. I ain't watched the documentary.
No,
This might go viral and he might get onto me.
R.
But I
Kelly's
have not
cold,
seen the
bro.
documentary. I'm not watching it.
I don't purposely.
Honey Love is an absolute banger.
I don't purposely listen to R. Kelly.
I can do.
Oh, you
What?
type in
What?
R.K.
So you're saying on your Spotify,
I'll show you now. I'll show you now.
on your Spotify,
R.
top of the thing,
Kelly
it comes up.
You can't escape his music. His music dope, bro. It's mad,
So
bro.
basically, everything that he's done, so you've separated.
I definitely
art
have. For
and his
what he's
private
done,
life.
he's. But you see his music, timeless. It's cold, bro. It's cold.
Man, just there.
Sorry, everyone.
What about Frank Ocean? Frank Ocean, sorry, let me say again.
You know what's mad, yeah? With R. Kelly as well, yeah?
Crazy.
You know, like, since everything's happened here, everyone who he's had an effect on the music here, if you listen to the tunes here, you could proper hear him even clearer now.
Yep, you can hear it.
It's mad.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Hear him clearer now. Like, I'll be listening to like B2K and the thing, I'm like,
What? Oh no! Listen.
What? Man's knees nearly went. ACL gone.
Hey!
I said, what? I said, what?
Don't let me get into R&B mode, you know.
100%. Have you watched the documentary?
yeah,
That's probably why.
He did a lot, man.
he did a lot, bro.
I haven't
It's
watched the
mad.
documentary.
Now, if you watch that, it might sway you.
Because man was a big.
Probably won't.
Nah, it's
music's
mad.
cold,
I didn't even realize until you lot mentioned that. I just don't type him on my thing.
But you know what's mad? Do you not see?
But man was a big
Do you
fan.
not see
That's
kidnapping
annoying.
as bad?
Cold. He's cold.
Huh?
Do you see kidnapping as bad? I know it sounds like a really mad question. Do you see kids so like?
Who's getting kidnapped?
So for instance, rap music, for instance, like I've almost been kidnapped before. So whenever I hear kidnapping in a film or kidnapping in the thing, it kind of triggers me a bit. You know, I go, oh, yeah, I had a close shave.
I've been kidnapped before.
Now,
I said it before though.
but my thing though is that
Have you been kidnapped, Chiz?
No.
if you hear,
What's going on over there?
no, I just want to know if you hear,
I
if you know
don't
someone's
know
kidnapped
what
somebody,
energy these men have put out into the atmosphere.
if you
It's
know,
not us,
if
man.
you know someone's kidnapped somebody in their music and they've genuinely done it, we don't see that as a bad thing, do we?
In a way, it depends on what for.
Generally speaking, it's just life. Someone's got red eye usually, and someone wants to.
They want what other person's got in it.
And that's it. That's what I was not kidnapped for.
They give it up easy. So they figure, let's hold them for a bit, and they'll give it up.
If it's that, then I can't stand jealousy, bro.
But we'll still listen to that guy's music, though, wouldn't we?
Probably, if the music's good. Yeah.
So we can separate art from the music, from the person
I
then.
suppose we can.
How do you?
Because I'm not going to stop listening to R. Kelly.
As in you're not going to like this.
No.
Would you?
Cold.
Would you play it in your car?
Yeah.
And like maybe the windows down in summer,
Bang
like,
it.
like
100%.
the roof off.
In my house, loud.
But I'm saying you're driving. Would you play
Windows
the?
open, yeah. Convertible.
I would as well. I don't.
Have fun, baby.
Cold. My conscience don't let it happen.
Cold. Why? I don't care.
I don't know. It just don't let it. But I'm a hypocrite though because I listen to someone who's maybe murdered someone or someone who's kidnapped. Like, but I can't not kidnapped because that's personal to me. But I think when it's personal trigger to you, then you don't listen to it.
No King Von for you, boy.
Because it's personal trigger to me.
To that.
No King Von for him, man.
Anytime you hear kidnap, you're like, oh, turn it off. Oh, stop.
Man, start shaking.
Alright, so if R. Kelly comes on, and it's the tune that you like, do you skip it?
Okay, that's what I said. It's not on purpose. So for instance, let's say for instance I'm in the gym and for some reason my phone is far away from me, and then it shuffles to R. Kelly, but my phone's far away. Then obviously I'm still gonna do my workout.
This guy's trying rubbish. His phone's never far away from him.
I'm still gonna do my
Game
workout.
will be benching, and in between sets, he's straight on his phone. He's always on his phone.
No, but it's
That's the reason why we're not gym partners, because he's always on his phone.
So you still have him on your phone then?
no. What is that? You know, sometimes it can just somehow get to R. Kelly. I don't know how.
No.
It somehow like it somehow gets to R. Kelly. So I don't know how.
You've got it favourite. You got it. You liked it. So cool. The other day when I was at his workplace, hey, big up though. I like the way you dealt with me at your workplace, man.
Oh, come
How
on.
do you separate like friendship and or maybe I'm not your friend? That's how you separate.
No, I see you as a friend now.
Oh,
No, I do.
how do you separate friendship and business? You know what I mean? 'Cause I thought you dealt with me like a proper.
No, I see you as a friend now. So
I thought maybe I want your friend. That's why you dealt with me like.
no.
Alright, so cool. You're at work now, yeah?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a DJ now as well. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
couldn't believe it.
I
They
take
do
that
some
accolade.
serious mixes.
Thank you.
What if the person requested R. Kelly?
Someone's requested that before.
And you said no.
They wanted the birthday R. Kelly one. You know the birthday R. Kelly song.
No. Can't
It's someone's. You know, there's a birthday R. Kelly song, man. We all know it. Step in the name of
Step in the name of-
someone's birthday tonight. You know the song anyway. You know the song, man. Don't try like you don't know R.
I don't
Kelly.
like that song. I don't like that. It's R. Kelly songs that, and I was like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah, someone requested it, and I said I can't play it. They goes, you're not going to play R. Kelly, but you play Michael Jackson.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, MJ.
MJ's the coldest.
But wait,
He's the GOAT, bro.
but are we going to let MJ slide?
Wait, you used to roll young youths. Yeah, bare youngers around him.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
What was he doing?
Because did he get convicted of anything?
All right. And this is my argument with MJ.
Okay, cool.
Any grown man that wants to be sharing beds.
That's crazy. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
He want to be a kid again, bro. We're talking about the GOAT, you know.
But
Don't matter.
him, he's been performing since he was like 5.
Don't matter,
You
bro.
You don't know.
You're a big grown man
100%.
sharing a bed with kids that are not your
that's mad.
family. They're not.
That's
They're not people you know.
Whose parents let them go there?
No, I'm sorry.
Whose parents let them go there, bro?
I'm sorry.
Are you letting your son go to Michael Jackson's house, bro, and stay over at night? With no females.
That's mad, you know.
It's madness.
It is mad.
You're not gonna let your son do that, bro.
But yeah,
or your
it's
daughter. Yeah, go to Michael Jackson's house. It's alright. Go to Michael Jackson's house. There's no females there. It's just Michael Jackson and other kids, and we're all gonna stay in the bed together. You're smoking, man. They were getting paid. They
that's
sent
the
their
problem,
child
though.
out.
But then again, it's Michael Jackson. That's the parents are just thinking about that.
Wait, but what you're saying is true though.
He's saying the parents
it's Michael.
the parents are groupies.
Yeah,
Bro, I am not letting my child stay at Michael Jackson's house.
I
bro.
wouldn't either. No chance.
Not happening. I'm not letting my child stay at no celebrity, no house.
Not for 10 mil.
No. Whoa. Are they coming back the same day? What time are they coming?
Man's going to the house for a nap. Man said the same day.
What, dead 24 hours? They're dead 24 hours, 10 mil.
10 million.
They're gone.
Yeah, 100%. See you later.
You man would have sold man over to slavery, boy. You see that?
Giving the kids.
You got your lunch. See you later.
Hey Gabriel, these men are sold man into slavery.
Bro,
Listen.
you're not letting your child stay for 24 hours. They're